Hey, we are live, and oh god, I've been coughing a lot today. Like, not loads, but enough for me to worry that I've got the coronavirus. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've just been getting a little tickly cough every once in a while. Hello, welcome to tonight's live stream. This is a slightly different stream than usual because I am using different streaming software. For those of you that are big fans of technical bollocks, let me just bore you to tears for just 1 second. So I have been using something called Streamlabs OBS. And it is the buggiest fucking thing in the entire world. It is a piece of software that doesn't work as much as it would, and it's a shame because it's quite good, but it just fucking breaks all the goddamn time. So I'm trying out some new software. At the moment, I'm on the free version, and I might pay for the top version if this goes well. I am using wrong way. I'm using StreamYard at the moment. Now, if this goes well tonight, if this is a successful broadcast, then I might well up my game a little bit. But the question that I want to come to you tonight with, the question that I want to ask, is, should the UK be lifting lockdown? What do you think? Let's see. Oh, we've already got some people in the comment section. We've got Donna who's waving. We've got Gareth who's here. Let me try. Look at this as well. Look at this. Look at this. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm really happy with that. I'm weirdly really pleased with that. Gareth says, I saw online news on Facebook that lockdown's been extended by another 3 weeks. Has it really now? Well, that's interesting, isn't it? I've seen quite a few people sharing certain stuff around that have said that lockdown is going to begin to be phased out. So they reckon that, whoa, look at that. Whoa. They reckon that from what I've been told and read and heard, the next couple of weeks will be a slight, tiny change in lockdown restrictions. So instead of you being able to only exercise once a day, you'll be exercising as many times as you want. You know, like little fucking bollocks like that. I mean, nobody checks. You know what I mean? There's nobody who's stopped like a massive fucking hench bloke and gone, you've already been for a run once today, mate. I recognise your lycra. It never happens. But I reckon personally, and this is my own personal opinion, I think that the vulnerable should stay in lockdown. If you are over 70, or if you have a history of certain conditions and things, I think that you should stay in lockdown. Furthermore, I think that if you have the ability to stay in lockdown, you've got the money to stay there, you've got a nice enough house that you don't mind spending your entire life, then go for it. But at the moment, maybe it's just me, but I am looking at the damage that we are going to do long term. And I'm just thinking that the government's hand is going to be forced. That's what I believe. I can't see how the government can keep us on lockdown indefinitely. And let me just say, by the way, I'm not conservative. I think that however you vote is up to you, you know, whatever. But I honestly think that the Tories have done a phenomenally bad job of this. Now, I'm not for a minute saying that that Labour would have done a better job. We don't know. I quite like the look of Keir Starmer, actually. He seems weirdly competent. But all of the shadow cabinet haven't been in government for 10 years. So they probably wouldn't do a good job either. But yeah, you can't, regardless of how you voted, you can't look at this government at the moment and go, they've done a good job, because the reality of it is that they've not. And that's not about how you vote. That's not about whether or not you are, Labour or Tory or any of the others. It's just a fact. They've not done a good job. They've done a really piss poor job. Let's see here. Gary says, thank fuck you found something that works. Oh my God, tell me about it. I was getting absolutely sick to the back teeth of using the Streamlabs software to stream, because I was setting everything up. It was being absolutely perfect. And then it was just the laggiest, shittest piece of shit that there ever was. And it was nothing that I'd done wrong on my end. That was the most annoying bit. Do you know what I mean? Here's the thing as well, is one of the good things about this is that it looks a little bit tackier with that fucking thing in the top corner. This thing here. But I can pay to get that removed if I want to. It's so much easier as a piece of software. There's just less fucking things to go wrong. Let's see what Gareth says here. He says, there's also been a stage 5 plan leaked on Facebook, but I only believe what I see when it actually happens. Yeah, I think I've seen a similar thing to you. I think it's just guesswork. I think it's just people guessing. Here's one thing that I want to try. So let's see how this works. What I want to try real quick is I want to try doing this. So we'll move over like this. Oh, hello. How cool is that? Let's see. Oh, look. Oh, how good. So let's have a look at this real quickly. We're going to quickly watch this video and see what we think.
There's no change in the rules today. What the Prime Minister will do is set out on Sunday a roadmap that can look to the future and explain what steps will be taken at what moment in time, and critically the evidence.
See, this is one of the things that I'm sorry, but it sits really, really difficult with me, this, because today, this is him today, by the way, right? So today he was like, oh, there's no fucking, you know what I mean? Like, there's no chat. Oh, there's no, we don't possibly know what we're doing today. You've got to wait till Sunday. Well, hang about a minute, right? If on Sunday you tell me that from Monday I can go sunbathing or whatever, then why the fuck can't I do it today or tomorrow over the week? I don't get what you can tell us on Sunday that you can't tell us now. Like, why does it have to wait 2 days? Right. I'm just saying this. I do not trust this fucking Dominic Raab guy. I don't trust him at all. He's got a big forehead, and I don't trust big fods. I don't trust. The fucking hell am I talking about? I don't trust big fods. But you get what I mean, don't you? You get what I mean. He seems like a snake.
That will back it up. I think it's safe to say that any changes in the short term will be modest, small, incremental, and very carefully monitored. The virus is not beaten yet. It remains.
I love it when they say stuff like that. The virus is not beaten yet. None of us said that it was. None of us. You know what? It's a big fucking tell that he said that the changes will be small and incremental. I think that they are good. But the thing is, right, is do you not think, and tell me in the chat, by the way, please get involved. Do you not think that they need to go, okay, here are 4 or 5 stages. Stage 1, this is open. Stage 2, this is open. Stage 3, this is... That's what they need to do. No one's going to fucking listen if they go, okay, well, as of this week, you are allowed to exercise more than once. As of next week, you are allowed to visit 1 shop a day. As of the week after, you are allowed to visit 3 shops a day, providing that the shops that you visit don't have a queue of more than 3 and there isn't anyone over 75 in the queue. It's like, fuck off. Shut up. Just make it simple for us. Because the harder that you make this, the more that people are going to be like, oh, go fuck yourself. I worry that there's going to be shitloads of confusion. Shitloads.
Remains deadly and infectious. And we're working very hard right across government and with local government to bring it down in areas of concern, like in care homes. And I'm confident we can do it and we will do it.
Yeah, you should be.
But because we held firm 3 weeks ago, we are now in a position to start to think about...
Hang about a minute. We didn't fucking hold firm 3 weeks ago at all. We didn't hold firm 3 weeks ago. Can you all hear this, by the way? Can you just tell me in the chat, when I play this, can you hear it? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, they didn't hold firm 3 weeks ago. Our lockdown has been the most half-arsed, wishy-washy bullshit that there's ever fucking been. In Spain and Italy, their lockdown has been like, thank you, Donna. Donna says that you can hear it all. Thank you for that. Thanks, Neil. Thanks, Gary. Good. It's just so I know, because like I said, I'm playing about with this software at the moment. Let me know what you think if you think it's an improvement, by the way. I'm not sure if I prefer. I think it's cool how you can change the screens and stuff. Anyway, is that no that you don't prefer it, Matt, or is that just no in general? What are you saying no to? Matt can't hear it. Can you hear me, Matt? If you can't hear it now, it's because I'm not playing it, but you will in a minute. Anyway, in Spain and Italy, their lockdown has been, you can't fucking, like, you can't go out of the house. You can't fucking, you have to stay in. It's been very, very serious. Our lockdown has always been like a wishy-washy, oh, well, you can go out, but just try and stay away from each other and just try and exercise once. And we're not going to close the borders. We're not going to close the borders totally. If you come in from another country, we're not going to put you on lockdown or quarantine. In New Zealand, if you go into New Zealand, they quarantine straight away, 2 weeks. Why aren't we doing that? If we're going to take this lockdown seriously, why aren't we doing that? So I do reject this idea that we've taken it seriously, because we fucking haven't. We really haven't.
The next phase in this pandemic. Any changes that we make will be carefully monitored. If people don't follow the rules, or if we see that the R level goes back up, we will tighten the restrictions again. We will always retain the option to do so.
If I may give a personal view, then I do believe that social distance.
I love this guy, by the way. How much do you fucking love this dude? How much do you love this guy? How much does he look like what he is? How much does he look like a statistician? Oh, mate. Dude, you're going on TV, man. What? He looks like a geography teacher that's doing supply. Holy shit.
Distancing and maintaining it over the next few weeks is going to be central to continuing to reducing the epidemic.
We have definitely got a challenge in care homes. The CQC data that came out, I think yesterday, showed that overall in care homes, the number of deaths was down by over 300 on the last week. So that's positive, but there is still a very significant issue in care homes. Jenny and I were in a cross-Whitehall meeting yesterday, looking at exactly how we ramp up every bit of what we need to do around the social distancing in care homes, the ebb and flow of people into care homes, the PPE, the testing, to make sure we bear down on this problem. And you're right as well, there's also an issue in hospitals.
Do you know what? To be fair, I do not know how they've managed to fuck that up as much as they've managed to fuck it up. Do you know what I mean? Like you, oh shit! Like you would assume, wouldn't you, that like care homes would be one of the first fucking things that they would test, and yet they really haven't bothered with that at all. That split screen thing, by the way, worked really well. I'm surprised with that. Let's check some of the comments. Donna says, you don't look like a Donna. Donna. I don't know what a Donna's meant to look like, but you don't look like a Donna. They haven't got control of the situation as we are at the moment. It's already chaos. It is, isn't it, really? Do you know what? Right. And again, I don't like slagging the government off for any reason, just for no reason. Like, I try not to be one of those people that just, like, you know, I'm anti-Tory, so everything that they do or say is rubbish to me. Like, I would never vote Conservative, really, or I can't ever see myself voting Conservative, but that doesn't mean that I can't occasionally go, oh, they did a good job of so-and-so. Do you know what I mean? Like, I try to be fair. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know, and maybe some of you can tell me this. I don't know if we had to do the whole coronavirus journey again, if we could flip a switch and we went back to March, beginning of March, what would we do again? Like, because I can't help but think that we would do everything differently. And I think that that is, like, I play a lot of poker online, or I have been doing recently. And one of the ways that they say that you know that you've played a hand in poker right is if you'd have done the same thing if you could have just seen the other person's cards. That's like a good way of telling whether or not you did it right. So if we could go back in time and do this all over again, would we have done this the same way? And the answer has to be no. But obviously, there's certain things that every government would change. But I think with us, I don't think there's a single thing that we would do the same. I don't think there's anything that we would do this time that, you know, the next time around that we've done this to. I think we've got it wrong on almost every step of the way. Do you know what I mean? Like, either have lockdown and have full fuck you lockdown. Fuck you lockdown. I don't know why. We have fuck you lockdown. Either have full lockdown or don't have any lockdown at all. But don't do this fucking wishy-washy beige bullshit that yeah, maybe we'll have lockdown. No, you know what I mean? Either fully do it or don't do it at all. Gareth says they need to make things more clearer. They probably, this is the thing, isn't it? Is sometimes they are sometimes I think, right, that people pretend like it isn't clear just so that they can go and do stuff. I mean, they have literally said the slogan is stay home, protect the NHS, save lives. And I don't know how much clearer they can be about that. The problem is that they're not clear about the facts and figures and numbers and stuff. Like that fucking thing where they were like, oh, by the end of April, we are going to be testing 100,000 people every single day. And then they get to the end of April and they test for one day and they go, oh, we've hit our target. 2 days they managed. It's like, you haven't hit your target, then have you, dickheads? Just say that you haven't. Like, we'd all respect you more if you went, yeah, it's really hard, that. Do you know what I mean? It's little things like that when they are fluffy about the details, that's when you start to think to yourself, these cunts are doing something here. Do you know what I mean? They are playing a game. Let's see. David's got a good comment here. He says, start of lockdown was a fuck up. It follows easing will be a fuck up also. Yeah, you're probably right, to be honest with you. How do you ease though? How do you do it? What goes first? Like for me, it has to be like, when do you bring schools back? Is there literally, we're in May now. If schools aren't coming back till June, what's the fucking point in schools going back for 3 weeks? What's the point? Just leave it till September. Why? What about like barbers and stuff? Are they high risk? Are they low risk? I've cracked my tooth. I can't get to the dentist. I've literally broken my tooth. I can't fucking get to the dentist because they're not open. Are dentists high risk? Well, I guess they're looking in your mouth, aren't they? Let's see here. Gareth again says, let's be honest, Freddie, they all chat utter bollocks. Yeah, they fucking do. Do you know what? I've often said this. I would so much rather vote for an honest politician. So I would so much rather vote for somebody that didn't tell me what I wanted to hear all the time, but was just fucking honest. So they literally just went, yeah, your grand's going to die. Sorry about that. Your grand's going to die, but she's old. So just, you know, rather than this fucking nonsense. Matt says they prefer money over people's health. Well, that's interesting that you should say that, Matt, because that has been the long established kind of like the long established theory, if you like, with the Tories. Oh, have I gone out of focus here? Look at my fucking face. Jesus. That's been the long established theory with the Tories, is that they supposedly prefer money over people's health. And to be honest with you, I think that they are struggling. How am I not in focus here? Hello? Oh, God, don't I look don't I look dreadful close up? Hello? Oh. Again, I've got... What is with my webcam? I can't run a stream and not have technical problems, mate. Hello. Okay. So yeah, that has long been the thing with the Tories, is that they've always been accused of putting money over people's health. To be fair though, with this, there has to be a point, doesn't there? There has to be a point where you go, we can't afford to do this forever. And it's interesting when that point is. And I don't know the answer, but you have to have a conversation about it, don't you? Let's see, Keho. What a name. Keho. What's not clear about no more than one person from a family in the supermarket? People take the piss with walking around looking at food. Oh, my God. This... I could not agree more with this comment, in that, like, so where I live, depending on which supermarket you go in, depends on what level of care and attention they give the social distancing measures. Like, for example, at Tesco, it is like a fucking regimented operation. Everyone's outside, everyone's 2 meters apart, and then you go into Tesco and the whole of the fucking shop, and it's a massive warehouse of a shop, the whole place is one way, and you go up and down and up and down, and that's that. But if you go into Aldi at the moment where I live, It's like a fucking bear pit. You queue up outside. Everybody queues up outside. And then you go in and you get cunts fucking reaching over your shoulder to get like bread and stuff. And you think, mate, I can feel your breath. Like, what? Did we just stand outside for nothing? It's insane, isn't it? I think people like to pretend that government advice is unclear when it suits them. Do you know what I mean? When it suits their need, oh, it's unclear. Gary says here, asking too much for a politician, to be honest. Oh, I'd love it just to have one that just wasn't afraid just to say things that we didn't all agree with, rather than guessing what we all want to hear. Just one that was like, yeah, some of you aren't going to like this. Go fuck yourselves. Chock-a-block down there, lad. I don't know what that means, Jed. If you want to tell me what that means, then I'll talk about it a bit more, but I've no idea as it stands. David Edwards says, they have only just decided to count deaths in care homes. Why not from the beginning? Do you want me to tell you the answer to that? Honestly, the answer to that, David, is that Spain definitely don't count deaths in care homes. I don't think Italy count deaths in care homes. The short answer is that some other European nations count deaths in care homes, and some of them don't. And the thing with this government, and if you take nothing else away from this broadcast, take this little soundbite that I'm about to tell you now. The whole thing that the government does, it's not about saving lives. It's about saving face. It's about looking good. Every decision that they make, every decision that this government makes, every single one, they think, is this going to make us look as good as possible? That's all they are asked about, looking good. I think that's why they put the lockdown in the first place. I don't think they're serious about it. But because some other countries don't count care home deaths, they don't want to count them either. Because otherwise, we'd be top of Europe by an even bigger fucking margin. Because people would be going, holy shit, we've got 10,000 more deaths than... I think, in Germany, they've recorded 8,000 deaths, and they reckon the number might be nearer 80,000. I think the reality of the situation is that care homes at the moment are a very, very dangerous place. And if I had any family in there, I'd be very, very worried. But I think that that's a big part of it, is that the government don't want to look any worse than what they are, basically. Let's see here. Hello to Dim Chan. It's all well and good when they have to bail out private banks. They're well chuffed spending billions, but when it's us, we can't have too long not working and having the government pay for it. Oh, my gosh. What a fantastic comment that is. What a brilliant comment that is. It's true. It's absolutely true. How quickly did they bail the banks out? They bailed the banks out like that. Straight away, they bailed the banks out. But they're not bailing us out. They're even talking about, obviously, I'm self-employed. I'm a stand-up comedian. Now, let me tell you this, and I'm going to be totally honest with what I say here, right? My job doesn't matter. My job... What I do for a living is bollocks. I should be the last to go back because what I do doesn't matter. the world can go on without stand-up comedy. It's a nice thing to watch. It makes you happy. I'd like to think that I'm quite funny and good at my job. It matters an awful lot to me, but to the average person, my God, the world won't stop turning if we don't do stand-up comedy anymore. So I should be the last to go back, you know? But I'm waiting for my first payment at the moment, and it's months and months and months of not having any income at all. Scary for me. I've lost at least $5,000 in the last 2 months, and I've had zero come in, and it's a very, very scary time. That very scary time. Let's see what Gareth says. These politicians only do what's best for them. That's absolutely right. It's all about staying in power for these guys. It's all about staying in power. It's not about saving lives. It's not about doing what's best for the country. It's about staying in power. Matt says, bang on about how different Tesco and Aldi are. Well, it's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. You'd think every supermarket would conform to the set. And I'm a big fan of Aldi, by the way. I think Aldi is the shit. Aldi is the best supermarket in terms of money, in terms of money, and in terms of product quality. You can't beat Aldi, but they are behind their game in how much they give a shit. Here's another thing as well. Here's another thing, right? How come there hasn't been any supermarkets closed due to mass outbreaks of coronavirus? Why is no supermarkets? You'd think at least one would, wouldn't you? With the amount of people that are constantly coming in and that. You'd think one would, wouldn't you? Why has no supermarkets had an outbreak of COVID-19? Why have none of them closed? Just saying. Dan says NHS numerous Harold shipments. That's good. Gary says there's an old saying, whoever you vote for, government wins. That's very true, isn't it? And very rarely is there a proper choice. Dim Chem again, definitely true on saving face. The French government paraded on TV saying masks were useless. Masks are useless. Les masques, c'est useless. That's me doing French. When health pros said the contrary, or because they didn't have any. Did you see there is a thing, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, Donald Trump went on a visit to a mask factory and he didn't wear a mask. He went to a factory that makes masks and he didn't fucking wear one. Oh, God. Oh, my God. It's like he does stuff just for the fucking crack, I swear. Let's see. Dan says, I bet Staffordshire General is desperately looking for a way to up their death rates. No one comes out alive already. Keho says, when this is all over, me and my husband will travel to see you. Your job does matter because it's entertainment. Oh, that's very nice of you. That's very kind. To be honest with you, I'm not saying it to be like, to get pity or whatever. I genuinely believe that my job is at the bottom of all the jobs. Whereabouts are you based, Keho? Because I will tell you when I am next in town. To them, we're not humans. We are just commodities to them. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, to be honest with you. I think, to be honest with you, I think in order for you to be an effective leader, I think you kind of have to distance yourself a little bit from people's problems. Now, that sounds fucked up, but if you ran the country, if you were in charge of 68 million people and you were constantly inundated with their sorrows and griefs and worries and miseries, you'd never get anything done. You kind of have to have a separation between what you're doing and, what the people, the masses are doing in order to not go insane. But at the same time, there is a level of doing that without coming across like an absolute fucking psychopath. And I don't think this government has got that down at all. Hi, says Gary, how is Dexter holding up? For those of you that don't know, Dexter is my gay lover. He's not. He's my dog lover. Dexter's my dog. He's doing all right. I took my dog for a fucking huge walk today. All along the fields and the countryside where we live. He had a fucking great time. We found a river and another dog, and he went fucking going for sticks in the river and stuff, and he just had a great old time. That's the thing. Whenever I'm feeling a bit you just look at your dog and they don't have a fucking clue what's going on. They don't know. And so they're just fucking loving life. And it just makes you feel better. Did you see the other week Donald Trump said drink Dettol? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Unbelievable. It's amazing how irresponsible he was. And you know that there are people in America as well who have been hospitalized because they have drunk bleach on president's orders. Because the thing is there are 300 million people who call Donald Trump the president. And it just takes the bottom 0.00001% intelligence-wise to believe what he says, and you'll have hundreds of people killing themselves. So he's in a real position where everything that he says he's got a responsibility behind it, and he just doesn't seem to take that. But here's the thing, right? Donald Trump, and to a lesser extent Boris Johnson, it was funny for a while, wasn't it? It was kind of funny, oh, what's he done now? Oh, what's he said? What's he done? What's he? Oh, he's a cheeky thing. Oh, he's a cheeky little. Oh, he's a cheeky boy. Then he's cheeky. And then you actually, when there's actually a pandemic, you're like, oh shit, no, this is a disaster. This is end of the world. He's telling people to drink bleach. Why did we ever vote for this fucking moron? It was funny when nothing was going wrong, but the minute that things are going wrong, you need a proper leader, don't you? Kho says we're in Wolverhampton, so Birmingham is where we saw you in Feb for the first time, but it won't be the last. Thank you ever so much. That's very kind of you. I do quite a lot in Birmingham. Do quite a lot of gigs in the Midlands, and I will certainly let you know the next time that I am in town. Hopefully it will be soon, because I am missing gigging so much. Gary says, when are we going to see Dexter? When are we going to see him? Well, he's in bed at the moment. The thing is he's a Jack Russell. And for those of you that don't know what the breed Jack Russells are like, he is very strong-minded. He has lots of energy, and he barks a fair bit as well. So it's not really ideal to have him around like while the stream is on, because he'll constantly be trying to jump in my face, and he'll be trying to lick me, and he'll be trying to take over the camera, and he'll be barking as well. So I don't tend to have him, but I will do a stream with him sometime if enough people are keen. It does sound like a disaster waiting to happen, though. Dan says, what about Owen Benjamin getting people to drink terps to kill the grabblers that live in your stomach and make you gay? What? No, I'm Googling this right now. What? No way. Right, I have got a video for you all. We're going to watch this. We're going to take a little moment out and just watch this. No fucking way. No. That can't be the case. How have I missed this? Do you ever find sometimes with news, you think, how have I missed this? Like, how have I not, how has this passed me by? Let's watch this then, shall we? Right, here we go.
Pumping for life. Pump for life. Dog dewormers supposedly kill cancer. Well, my turpentine's coming in the mail. I just got some castor oil and some other I'm not going to endlessly talk about it. I just ordered turpentine. I'll be formulating some internal.
Oh, this isn't him.
All right, so anyway, turpentine possibly cures gay. Oh, you can't cure gay? Yeah, you can. You'd be looking to diet some.
Oh, it's this one comedian who is very. Is that him? Why is he on every fucking channel? I don't understand. I literally don't understand what I'm looking at here. So, who is Owen Benjamin? Who is he? Let's see. Owen Benjamin. Oh, this guy. Oh, well, there you fucking... I'm sorry, but if a guy that looks like that tells you to drink turpentine, then generally speaking, you don't. You don't fucking bother. Jesus Christ, look at the state of him. My God, he looks... Bleh. So, he said that drinking turpentine can stop you from being gay. I mean, that is amazing. Do you know what, with something like that, I'd love to know his rationale. I'd love to just go, talk me through it. Talk me through exactly what's going to happen there. Let's see. I hope so. That'll be pure dog comedy. Oh, he's a fucking pain in the arse. I might give him like a chew toy or something like that, like a rabbit's ear or something, and just let him sit on me or something. Let's see here. Another level, people will believe anything. He's got a cult following of total loonies. This is the thing that's very scary about these people, is that they gain a cult following. They gain loads of people that are as mental as they are. Very worrying. Right, I'm going to get going. This has been 45 minutes. Please let me know. Let me know what we thought of this stream. Is this a better way of going about doing things? Is the titling along the bottom better? What do you like about it? Should we carry on doing this? Should we have debates? Should I bring in guests? There's so much that we can do. Let me know in the comments what you think. Was this a better stream than usual? Did you enjoy it? Was the quality better? Was the sound better? Should I pay to have full features on this, or should I try something else? Let me know. Thank you for watching. See you soon. See you Sunday, perhaps, for the roast show. See you later.